Hello guys, hello guys, hello guys, and welcome to another one of my case clicker videos. This is the second episode of the Jackpot Journey 2, where we're trying to go a little bit from rag to riches, doing a rebound. This is a requested tutorial from a lot of you guys that have been throwing everything you had into the jackpot. I guess tutorial is perhaps a bit overstating it, but it is meant as a guide, as a small experiment, trying to actually defeat the jackpot by playing it. So in the first episode we started out with some $15 valued items that we have been betting, trying to obtain items that are a bit more valuable, and things went pretty okay, I think. I'm very happy about how things turned out anyway. We have $40 items, we have $30 items, okay, we have one $40 item, some in the 20s and some like really nudging it close to the 20 area. So that is pretty cool. Plus we have still quite a few $15 items left that we can have fun with. So the first thing I want to do for reference is to go into the low jackpot and check out what kind of values we are going to be looking at here, because this is the next step in our progression. It is to move from the very low to the low jackpot, and yeah, the best way to find out what kind of item range we need to be betting is to check out what is being added. So far the same kind of junk, a single $26 item, nothing really cool, a few $10 items, so it's pretty junk so far, meaning that this might as well have been like a very low, but perhaps something crazy will be added as we nudge up closer to the 40 items. So just preparing to stop it here. We had a single $26 item. So this here is very similar to what we would see in the very low. So what does that really mean? It means that the same rules apply. We don't really have that much of an upgrade to win here. So I'm going to be betting the $10 items. Those were the ones we could also win, but there was a single upgrade. This is one of those I bet to lose kind of jackpots. It's more than fine if I lose these because they are junk, but if I win I do get a single upgrade and more items, more value. So let's see how it goes. It went pretty well. That was nice. That was pretty insane. The last two jackpots I've done with the lower items were actually winning games. So I do hope I haven't used up all the luck, because that will definitely not make it easier to play in the future. So what did we get? We got one item upgrade, the Galaxy, the Glock 18 Twilight Galaxy, and then we got 2, 4, 5 items in the 10 area, which are the ones we have just been betting. And then some even worse junk down here, but I mean that's pretty cool. This is very nice. Definitely items we can use to progress even further in the jackpot. So I'm just gonna check again here that we are on low, because that was a very depressing jackpot to see really here. But let's keep going. There is no reason to play in the very low if the low is being this nice to us. Not expecting it to continue, but let's see, a single $25 item. So yeah, some small stakes, $5. 2, come on with it. 2. Wow. So far this is like same old, right? We need to see some of the more interesting 37, so that was nice. That was nice to see. Just scaling it up a little bit. 61, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Those are the new range of items that we want to be winning. Worth more than the max 40 we can get in the very low. So we're looking at much more interesting values now. So this is a pretty cool pot. Depending on what comes in here in the last couple of items. Oh, bummer. So I can bet one item less than I wanted. But 245. We could have been betting. I wanted to go in with the $15 items here because it was same price range really as in the total pot size as in the very low, but we had a very high valued item. But now that I can only stake 9 items, I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a bit of cleanup, so to say, and what I mean by that is I will be selecting some items here in the $8 and below area, and just try to go for the like completely crazy chance at winning, because when I can't go in for a high chance to win with my high value items, I might as well try out my luck with the junk items. So that is what we're doing, and we lost it, so that was okay. I guess it was about time for us to get a losing game, so I like that. And the cool thing about losing when you risk junk is that you don't really care. So if we can see $71, even better. I need to stop this one timely. So 71 and 15 is what I've seen so far. That really sparked my eye. And we are halfway through the item adding here, meaning this is gonna be like, unless crazy happens, below 300 pot. That were 82. Wow, now we're talking. So this is a very cool jackpot for us to try to win. Oh yeah. Let's see what comes in here. I need to stop this like in a good time this time. I could stop it now, but I want to see. So like that, 287. So a 300 range pot, meaning that if we bet 300, we are going to have a 50% chance at winning it. We don't really have enough high-end items to bet in like that, and it is a bit risky to do at this point. So I am once again going to try with the low stake items, and the reason for that is really holding a bit on to the goodies we have, because the aim of the game is not to end up being completely broke. It is to try really to turn low value into high value. So betting here with yeah, just about 30% chance to win for something really cool to happen. Yeah, just like that, really cool, because the item values here, the 80 and the 70, I mean 10 of those is gonna give us like a 30-40% chance to win the normal jackpot, which is the next step on the ladder. So this was pretty crazy. We got 2 new high-end items as a high compared to the 15, a single 33, one in the 15 area, more like junk items that we can pretty much bet and don't care about losing them. So this was a very, very cool jackpot to win. But this here is my comfort zone. The 30% chance to win is where I really like to play, because whenever you play staking only 30% of the pot value, you are normally in for a big win if you win, and you are losing junk, meaning that you can bet your, I wanted to say another bad word there about the low value items, but you can bet the items you don't care about, so that if you lose them, nobody's crying. If you win, it's just gonna feel insane because you didn't really risk anything and you got something really cool in return. So we have a $57 item here. It's also like, okay, it's not in the 80-70 area, but it's definitely more than the 20-30 stuff that we were winning in the very low jackpot. So betting in to win this again with the low value items is going to be pretty cool. I'm hanging on to our starting items. I don't need to use them yet, and that is also to keep the focus really on. I started out with 60 $15 value items. I think we have at least 20 left of those. Perhaps we're gonna need to use them at some point, perhaps we don't. That's really the luck factor. But we're looking at 185 pot here. So once again, I'm going to I'm going to bet low. This was a much less interesting pot to win. It had one good item in it. So I'm going to bet lower as well. I consider this cleanup, to be honest. Not that I don't want that item, I really do, but we're never gonna use these items for anything once we get higher in the system. So betting with a like 20% chance to win a $50 item here is a really good use for them. If we win, it's even better. Yeah, I mean, so much value in these jackpots, and we haven't risked anything at all yet. All our high value items are still in the account. They have not even been risked, and that is how you can use the jackpot to really turn what you have into something a bit more interesting. I know it seems a bit silly to be hyped by winning a $57 item, but you need to consider what it was we were betting, really. And then that is what we want to scale up, to bet low, win high. This has been crazy lucky, I know, winning like, is this the 4th jackpot I have won by betting trash items? But it does happen, as you can see. Yeah, I like that. I really do like that. Let us go in and check out our equipment here just for reference. We now have 291 items, $82, 71, 57. Those are our new highest valued items, and we got them by betting junk in the normal jackpot. Yes, we had luck, but gambling is about being lucky, but it is also about trying not to lose the goodies, trying only to waste the junk to get something even better. I pretty much did what I wanted in this episode, being that I got new high value upgrades and I didn't lose anything really of interest. But we now have, I'm setting the jackpots very low just for reference, but if we go into the equipment here and we scroll down, we have a lot of very like junky items. We just used the $5 items to win something cool, so they are worth keeping for the normal jackpot that we are going to be playing progression wise from now on mainly. But everything below is not useless, and I do believe that when I started this series out, I said like, you don't need to have the $15 items. You can go with $10 items, you can go with $5 items to start in the very low jackpot. And the rest of this series today here is going to be spending all of these completely junk items in the very low jackpot, trying to see if we can turn them into more $10 items, into more $5 items, into perhaps even a $15 or $20 item, to turn the complete trash into something we can use in the low jackpot, so that we're risking as few of the good items as possible all the time. So we are now in the very low jackpot, and because we are staking as low as we are now, I don't need to go in and wait to see what is being added, because I have already decided what I'm doing now is like cleanup. It is the low chance to win staking, and I'm going to be betting everything below $5 now is what I'm trying to clean up with, to say it like that. So just adding them in there, $43. Again, we're gonna have like 20% chance to win or something like that, and if we can do this 10 times, all else equal, we should win 2 of them, getting 2, possibly even more, 10, 15, 20, $30 items in replacement for all the junk. So that is the plan, that is the hope, that is the aim, but we'll see how things end out. Of course, we're gonna get an increasingly low chance to win as we are betting more and more junk, but we can really turn it into something here that can be used in the next jackpot. We could also sell it, but this is not a case opening, money managing kind of series. This is really about trying to focus on the jackpot and trying to use each item where it makes the most sense to do, and it's pretty obvious that you can go with the items we started out with in the low jackpot instead of the very low, but that doesn't mean it wasn't a good idea to start out in the very low, because starting out there gives us a better chance really to it gives us a better chance to win, is what I wanted to say. And when you're starting out, you need a higher chance to win, because if you're gonna be betting, if you have enough for 6 jackpots like I did, and you go in with a 30% chance to win, you are very likely to not have the kind of luck I just had with the junk items, and it's just gonna be boom, 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 you have nothing left. So I feel the best way to start it is by play a bit more high percentage as you are building up, and then you can go low percentage as you have more to burn really, and hope it translates into something amazing. And if it doesn't, it's like, okay, I mean, I lost $38, who cares? I was not going to use these items for anything else in the game whatsoever. So we're looking again at the 20%-ish area, and we can win something pretty amazing, but we didn't, and that's okay. Let's just lose all, I mean, let's spend all of our losing mojo here so that we can focus on winning when we bet the items that are a bit more interesting really. So just doing a bit more here. As you can see, like every one of these jackpots that we're playing now is offering us something better. I mean, there is bound to be at least like $3-5 items, quite a few in the 10 area, and possibly even something higher, plus the random junk. So even though we are betting like $2 items and $3 items, we have a chance at winning this, and when we do, if we do, we're going to get enough to have an even better chance at winning next time, plus something we can like set aside for trying to get even more interesting items. So that is really the how to get the most out of it. It means it takes a lot of time, but if you're on the rebound, if you lost everything and you don't want to be clicking and buying stat track guarantees and stuff like that, then even though I am displaying an impressive amount of losing games now, it doesn't change that I feel this is the right way to use them. I mean, this is, I mean, even if you are more into case openings than you are into jackpotting junk, I have said in, I don't know, like 50 videos or something, and I stand by that. I think it's higher value item usage to bet an item than it is to sell it and buy a case. I just think the chance for you to get the good return on value is better. No matter how low percentage you stake on it, it is a better value, in my opinion, to bet an item than it is to sell it. And then there's the luck factor, of course, but that is looking at it like over loads of jackpots, and the probability of getting something good if you get, let's say, I mean, if we sold these and we had enough to open 10 cases in keys, so okay, 11, but no cases, we would have to buy them as well if we're not doing clicking, or we could open, yeah, we couldn't even open a cobblestone. Yeah, and if you do that, you risk getting a 4-cent item anyway. So yeah, I mean, this is losing times, and that's okay. I was prepared for this. That is also why I said that, like, the rest of this episode would be clean up trash. I'm still kind of expecting that we're going to win 2 of these. Obviously, the lower we go, the less of a chance we have at doing that. But I do believe we are going to get at least, I still think we're going to get 2 wins out of this, really. I do believe we're going to turn this junk into something useful. plus probably win the same account value back as we had lost, because we will win higher valued items than we are staking. But yeah, I guess that's really the interesting thing in these videos. It is to be able to track things back and check out, well, how did things really turn out value wise. I mean, okay, I can see we're looking at 10% jackpots now. It's gonna make it harder, but not impossible. Definitely not impossible. So come on. Lost. Okie dokie. Righty. I did say in episode 1 that I would probably do a bit more cutting in the videos. Only really showing like when I was betting, or perhaps even when I was winning. But I've been thinking about it, and I may do that from the next episode. But at the same time, I also like that the jackpot hashtag numbers are pretty consistently increasing by 1 each time. So it's just really having that transparency in the game and jackpot. I think that's pretty cool. It does really also, I mean, I'm not sure how long this particular episode is going to be, because I do want to end it when I'm done with the trash cleanup here, and it looks as if we're losing more than I expected us to, which is okay, because these are junk items. But I did actually expect us to win the 1-2 times that I thought, which would like give us 40 items, meaning or 80 items actually right back. So that would be at least 7 additional jackpots that we could do the cleanup thing with. But of course, if we're gonna win nothing, it's gonna be a pretty short one. But yeah, then we kind of got that part covered before doing the next episode of the series, where we have no real junk left. That's also a nice thing to start out with, I think. So, cheers guys. Coffee! So, what's it gonna be? What do you have for me? Is this the lucky one? Is this the lucky jackpot? No, it wasn't. Oh well. But look at how many $5 items we actually have, and considering the kind of value we just got for those in the low jackpot, they're pretty good items to have. We could also waste them here. And all else equal, it is an item better matched for the low jackpot, really, which is also why I mentioned in the first episode, you can start out with $5 items, $10 items, whatever you want. But I feel that we moved a bit away from, at least for now, we have enough items that we can use in the low jackpot for a chance to win, without risking the high-end ones. So I'm just going to be spending the $5 to $15 items from now on in the low jackpot, depending of course on how things go. If I'm gonna be having this kind of luck, I need to step down to the very low again to build up more items. I could also do the ninja thing, being magically appear with additional items in the next episode. I kind of said that might be an option, because this is not... I never intended for this series to be a series where I only progressed. There is a serious chance of having to farm new items when you fool around with the jackpot. And that applies to me just as to every other player. So if at some point I ended up losing all my jackpot items, then I would go out, grab more stickers, more skins in the low end, and start farming again while keeping the high end items. I'm not going to be risking my $80 and $70 items in the low jackpot. I'm saving them until I can use them efficiently in the normal jackpot, and in order for me to do that I need 10 or more. So even though I won't be like out of items, if I lose everything except the top tier items, then I will be farming new low tier items to build up more of them. So that's like going up and down the stairs, but keeping your window open at the top all of the time. You never want to, you shouldn't risk your best stuff like ever until you get a replacement, because that is how you never go broke in the game. It's how you never lose your good stuff if you never bet it. And that is, I guess, another like lesson or recommendation here. It is to So we did it in this one jackpot. We probably raked in like most of the value we have lost in all these junk ones. $31 Minotaur's Labyrinth, $16 Modern Hunter, and yeah, then the rest here, which is really, I mean, everything from here and up, these 9 items, they are like reserved for the low jackpot now. So even though these were like complete trash items we've been playing with, we got enough for an entire jackpot in the next tier. So yeah, we were betting $16.30 in 10 items, not even $2 on average, and we won this. That's pretty cool, and that is why I'm doing this. That is the reason why I'm doing the cleanup. It is because it is so much more likely that something like that happens than it is if we sell them and we go buy cases and yada yada yada. Plus it's more fun, and I love jackpots, so it's like win win win. Oh yes it is. Oh yes it is. Of course, doing like cleanups like this in the long run is going to mean a high chance for decreasing equipment overall value, because you are playing more to lose than to win. Wow, this was a pretty nice pot, really. I mean, I should be keeping an eye on this and then betting smart each time. You know, if I wanted to win this jackpot, I put in the good ones. If I don't really care, I put in the bad ones. But we're just doing cleanup mode now. And that's really also because I kind of figured for those that were less interested in this part of the video, they kind of, when I said the rest is going to be like that. If you don't want to see, if you're just interested in the first part of the progression really, then you, yeah, sad but true, can find other videos that you find more interesting. So just continuing with this here, really, down and down the rabbit hole. So I mean, it doesn't seem like much to bet $17.39, but we just won a jackpot with less than that. So, and that gave us 2 items that were equal to one double the pot size of what we bet anyway, and another equal in one single item. Yeah, I like that. Oh yes, I do. I did turn down the music quite a bit in this video. I figured it was way too loud in the previous one, and it may be like so low in this one that you can't really hear it. Yeah, I'm going a bit with the flow here. I do hope you can hear it just in the background, so there are no like complete blank void kind of sound distortion thing going on when I'm not yabbering about the game. But this was also a pretty cool pot. 7.82% chance to bring. No? Okay. Well, they'll never know what hit them. And we're just moving on. We have a lot of these items. But that is also why I figured we might end up winning 2 of them, because even though it doesn't look like much when you're betting $1, if you're gonna end up in the close to 10% area and you can do it enough times, then yeah, you're gonna be winning at least 1 of them or 2 of them. And yeah, we already did the 1. I still feel we're gonna win 1 more. I do know we pretty much have the percentages against us. Whoa, that was a crazy pot. What, did I forget to change it to very low? This is a very high, very low jackpot if I didn't change it. Is that the 4th $30 plus item we've seen? This is like landing full karambit fades and dragon law in a high jackpot. That's how crazy this is. Wow. I so want to win this. Gimme them goodies. Gonna win this with like 4.2% chance or something crazy. Yeah, bring it, bring it. Come to me. Nah, it would be cool. Oh yes, it would, but it didn't happen. So yes, we are on very low. That is the highest very low I have ever seen. Yeah, exactly. So just continuing with the trash removal here. Obviously, this is a diminishing returns kind of thing. It's a decreasing chance to win every time we go lower, but it is a chance to win. There's a chance to turn the junk into fun. And I have to admit, I read 64, wow. I really like playing low percent jackpots. Like I said a few times, like my comfort zone is really the 30% area. But the truth is, the further down we go, until at least we hit like the 3%, the more fun I do feel it gets. But I have been sitting 300 jackpots in a row, betting about 1% because I wanted to win it, and that never really happened for me. So the chances of winning get like so unrealistically low when you get that far down that I kind of stopped doing it. Even though I have had my fair share of luck in this game, but I think it's in terms of the low end betting here, at least in with these items, it could look like I don't really have much of it left, but let's see. I'm not even sure how many jackpots I have done here. I will check it out once I am done, and I need to do a bit more editing, because I always think it's kind of cool to compare the amount of jackpots played with what was lost and what was won. That's just because I'm like a super geek. Oh yes, I am. And the thing that is really worth keeping in mind here is that when I started doing the cleanup, I was in a good position, and everything in this kind of like cleanup area of the equipment is junk that could just not have existed. So even though I'm losing and had a single win, it doesn't really mean that things are going that much downward. That is the cool thing. This is like the only place we could do anything with these items. So if we lose them, then yeah, they kind of serve their purpose. And like the one jackpot we did win was like, okay, best case scenario, we spent them where we should, and we got something for them. Yeah, I like that. But I'm still expecting that one additional win. I want that. It's not sure, I mean, there is no guarantee that I will be getting it. I just feel like I need that one win, you know? I said 2, and then we're gonna have to, yeah, like that. So what's it gonna be? Anything good for me? This is a very low one. Okay, so we just had the $20 item that really helped, but pretty okay, it kind of upped its game here at the end, but it was one of the lower, very low jackpots. So yeah, just like that. Throwing away $10 every time, yeah. But if we win $150 pot, it's the value of like at least 10 jackpots. So it was kind of nice that we didn't win. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would have been cool to win it because then you don't lose your items, you get more value, but it's more fun to win something like this where you get quite a few good items in it. We are playing in that kind of, you need to be kind of lucky area, so might as well be kind of lucky with a little bit of icing on top, or frosting, or goodies, and a cherry. Nope. Oh well. Oh, we still have quite a few of these. Just like that. We're still betting $10 actually. Worth noting is that betting these 10 items that we actually won with one of these is the same as betting one of the items we added in 10 off when we started. So that is also something you could do if you have, I don't know, enough items in the $10 area, $15 area. You don't need to fill up all 10 spots. You can actually just fill in one and do a lot of jackpots. You have a chance at winning no matter how you twist and turn it. It is all the time about waiting, as in how heavy is something, not about waiting time. What am I risking compared to what can I win? And right now I'm risking a lot of nothing, and I can win something that is better than nothing. That's really what it comes down to. I did really think about going in and ending this episode with a bet in the low, but I feel it would be a bit rude when I kind of stated that there would be only cleanup betting in the last of the videos, and if you really wanted to see all of the progression bets and I just did one here in the mix, it would be a bit like F you. So come on. Plus I really do want to win that second jackpot by doing cleanup. Oh yes, I do. Because if I do that, I'm gonna stop. Not because we don't have a chance to win when we go lower, because if I don't win, I'm gonna continue, but that is only because I said I'm gonna win 2 jackpots, then I want to do it. I mean, we're looking at like the 5% chance to win stuff now, and 6 actually. Moving down all the time. So how many do I have of these? Wow. Definitely for a few jackpots more, but not that many since we are popping in 10 items each time. So perhaps it will end with just a single win in the cleanup. But it was a $30 item that we got like out of junk, so I'm very happy about that. Would have been better to get 2. Just saying. Would be cool with some kind of mega jackpot where you can put in 100 items and you can win 500 items. Just one of it, like big time. So come on, put in my items. 49.85, yeah, I can win that. No, I can't. Okay. Be like that. Be like that. So come on, cleaning team, you can do it. Or can you? I think you can. You're the main. It's a bit weird when you're playing jackpots by betting first. Because normally when you see 30 items, you know, okay, I need to put in my items right around the corner. This is the value I need to focus on, but since the items are already in there, then we just get 10 additional pop-ins. Whoa. I wouldn't mind winning this either. Or any jackpot really, just to get my 2 wins. No. Alright, well I guess we are closing in on the boohoo-ness. Can't be that many jackpots left here. 4, 7, 10, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Okay, so 2 jackpots left with the lowest of the lowest of the lowest junk after I probably lose this one. But this has actually been an entire episode where I do believe we have only been betting prizes from jackpots without staking any of our original remaining items or any of the items we really wanted to hang on to. So I'm very happy about how this episode turned out. I know it is lucky, but we're gambling. I mean, of course we're lucky. 284. Yeah, it's gonna take crazy lucky to win these, but why not? I did get 2 Dragon Laws yesterday while doing the cobblestone openings, and I did get 2 Fire Serpents while doing the Danish campaign, so why wouldn't I be crazy lucky and just win this with that 1% I talked about? I spent 300 jackpots at some point trying, and no, it's not on this iPad where I only had 91 jackpots played. It's on my iPhone. We can so do this. Why wouldn't we win this? There's no good reason for us to lose this. Just because it's a very high valued, very low pot and we're betting junk, it doesn't mean that we're not gonna win it. Okay, so it did. Right, so this is very likely the last one, isn't it? Oh, there is one more. So, 2 very small chances for me to get where I wanted to be, namely with to clean up jackpots 1. But I'm happy just winning 1. I want to say that we were in a bad luck since we didn't win any in the start, but I think I need to STFU about that, and really just accept the fact that this has been a pretty lucky episode, even though I'm losing the junk. Yeah, that's how I think about it anyway. So, cheers guys. Come on, put in the rest. Do your best. Give it all to me, you robot wannabe. Yeah, I can rhyme and stuff. Nope. So, here we go. If nothing else, then we got the account cleaned up to the point where we just have a single junk. Like, I'll get the $5 items. I do consider them junk, but we won with them in low, so it's not fun to play with them here. And we are going to use them in low. We're going to do that in the next episode. Probably not going to have the same kind of luck as we had today, but that is what this is about. It is trying to use the junk to win the funk all over again and again and again. And whenever you run out of the junk, you start betting higher, win the junk, try to use that to win better, hang on to your good items until they are considered junk, and then you can bet those because you have better over and over again. Because that's the way I like it, and so forth. So, ending here at 314% with a loss. Should I just pop in the last item? Nah, I'm not gonna. Let's check out the equipment here, guys, before ending it really. So, in our new top 3 items, yeah, we have more than $200 worth of value. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And I mean, everything to this point where we have the Graven, those are upgrades we have won. So we have 101 item in our inventory, in our equipment. Of course there are junk items below, all the way down to $5 and a single, like, very cheap skin. But I did the cleanup also. Let's just sell it really, away with it. These 100 items are items that are usable in the low, some of them in the normal jackpot. So I feel this has been a very successful episode, a very good step in the progression from very low to low, moving already in episode 2 here, closer to doing the normal jackpots. Of course I need the same kind of luck to continue if we are to do the same in episode 3, but I don't think, I mean, with just these 3 items, it's highly unlikely. But I'm not saying that it won't happen. It would just be crazy cool if it did, and fun. But if not, we have quite a bit of rebound items that we can spend all the way down to the very low if we need to. But yeah, so starting up next is going to be low jackpots, trying to obtain more of the $50 plus items by betting the 50 minus items. Very likely going to be risking the lowest valued items first, just for a chance of crazy pants really. So for now guys, as always, thank you very much for watching.